I was talking about Agile values earlier. What are these famous Agile values? These Agile values that we hear everywhere while researching Scrum, extreme programming, or agility, there are 4 values, and they allow us to understand the spirit and principle of agility. The principles that allow you to understand each of the Agile methods, which will be discovered later. The first value is individuals and their interactions more than processes and tools. As you can see, the focus is on the human and the interactions that there may be between each human participant in the project. It counts a lot more than setting processes and tools. It's dehumanized. We do it like this. We are trying to put the human at the center. The second value is operational software, more than detailed documentation. So I have an expression I like to tell each of my clients and also to trainees. If you need to use an IKEA manual to use software, there's no chance it will work. Imagine Facebook. Do you think Facebook could deliver an IKEA manual to teach you how to use Facebook? Same thing for Twitter, Instagram, and any of the other sites or applications. No chance that their business will grow. If you had to do that, no. You need to set up operational applications and make them intuitive very quickly, rather than wasting time on unnecessary documentation. Third value is collaboration with customers is very important rather than the contractual negotiation. I'm not saying that a contract to manage relationships is not useful. It's very useful to protect yourself. That's very clear. But on the other hand, you need to focus first about collaborating with your customers, rather than only managing the contractual aspect. You'll see that you'll be able to produce more efficient software, and that the customer will be happier if you involve him in everything throughout the development. So be careful. Little parenthesis before I move on to the fourth value. This is where sometimes some customers who do not master agility, but who want to see it in one purely financial aspect could tell you, I'd like you to be agile, basically for them. I'd like you to do the product and the project as cheaply as possible. No, that doesn't mean that. Collaboration with clients is not saying that because the client will collaborate with me, I can make the product in such a way more expensive or cheaper. That's not the idea. The little parenthesis in what I hear always with the customer who tell me I would like it to be more agile. Basically, I would like you to make it less expensive. Well, that's not agility. Small parenthesis that I close directly. We'll talk about it later. The fourth value is adaptation to change rather than following a plan. I said at the beginning, the idea is to be able to do anything in the face of the unexpected. Well, if we're not able to manage something unexpected, and especially in the world, volcane, to resume it using this well-known expression, a world where we don't know what will happen tomorrow, but we know we'll have to face tomorrow. So we have to be able to adapt. Well, you have to adapt as part of the management of a project and the Agile method. By using Agile methods, you will be able to do this in a very effective way. So this idea, as I say, is that we fully recognize the value of the second part of each sentence. More than processes, than tools, more than exhaustive documentation, more than negotiating contracts, more than a planned follow-up. But we prefer the first. The emphasis is on human beings, collaboration, exchange, and above all, software delivery that is functional and operational very quickly. We'll see this when we talk about sprints. The idea is that at the end of each sprint, we deliver what we call an increment of the software. So, excuse me, I'm starting right now to use Scrum's jargon. I am Scrum certified, so I have to. You're going to learn these terms of sprint, increments, etc. Don't worry. If at first you do not understand everything, these terms as we go, I will define them. Don't worry. Keep in mind that the idea is that at the end of this training session, you will master everything, and you will be ready to take the official certification of Scrum Master.